My people, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's go. We are here, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Elite Queens, Elite Kings, Elite Kings, Elite Queens. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the videos, guys. It's been a great day today. And man, I gotta get on here, man. I gotta create a video. It's not even like, I just love this, guys. You get to a point where I do something because I love it. And I do it because my heart tells me let's go. Like let's make these videos. Let's get out there. Let's talk about this stuff, man. And it's consciousness, man. I mean, I listen to Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy. Those are the guys from back in the day. And then you got nowadays, you got the Power of I Am, Eric, man, just crushing it on YouTube, man, and just tapped in, all the way aligned, man. And you got all these other great guys, you know what I'm saying, man? It's incredible. And it's awesome to be able to share consciousness and share the message of waking up and just becoming the top tier and guys, I just wanted to get on here. There's not really a topic, man. I'm just kind of going to go through it, but, I think one of the things I spoke about, no, I don't think I spoke about, what I spoke about today on my Instagram was, was just the way you talk to yourself, right? Like, you got to get to a point that you have to be delusional. That means that you're no longer conforming to the 3D, to the world. And that's one thing that I've spoke about in my past videos. But it's that important, guys. You got to get to the point where you truly don't care what the 3D is telling you. Because the 3D, once again, like many times that I've mentioned it, it's a reflection of your thinking and your conversating and what you've been saying. I read today one of the books that I have here. I actually have it right here. I'll kind of just show you guys. It's called The Book of Wisdom, Volume 2 by Harry B. Johnson. He has a YouTube channel called Revival Wisdom. You can definitely check it out. Very cool. And he was speaking in that book about how like everything in the 3D is light. And actually there's like 4 steps before we actually see the actual, what we're seeing right now in front of us. It's like 4 steps. And dude, I'm going to pull them up, man. I got this other book right here in front of me. Got all these books right here in front of me. But I'll pull it up for you guys real quick. I actually wrote it down. It's right here. I don't have to like search for it or nothing like that. It was, it says right here. So the first step is, once again, guys, I wasn't planning this. I was just kind of going on. I'm just doing a video, right? But so the way that it works, the 3D, how it's kind of like manifested, nothing's really happening in front of us. Everything is light. Everything's energy, frequency, vibration, and light. There's actually nothing here. There's nothing here. It's all here. So the first process is that light hits the retina. So what's out here is light. Light is hitting our retina. That's the first step. The second step is the light is converted into electrical signal. Okay. So the light from what you see in front of you, because all there is light. It's just a screen. The light goes into the retina. It's converted into electrical signal. That electrical signal is sent to the optic nerve, and then into the optic nerve and the realm of the visual cortex. And what did I put right there? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean the visual cortex. So the retina gets lit up. The light goes into the retina. That light is converted into electrical signal. Then it's sent to the optic nerve and then to the visual cortex. And we see the visual cortex. So we're seeing the light. So what we're intending to see, what we're intending to experience, what we selected, we're actually pulling that light from the 3D, from the screen. And then you're seeing that be played out right here. So everything's mental. So it's imperative to choose, because your word, how you speak, is you pulling from that light. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. That is exactly what that Bible scripture represents. Is you're pulling from the light and you're making that decision. So if I'm on here speaking money affirmations, Every day I'm successful, bro. Money always comes to me so easily, dude. Money is so easy. The money game is fucking the easiest thing it's ever been. And the reason I said this, bro, how many people have hangups on money, bro? Like, bro, like straight up, start saying you fucking love money. And start saying that money loves you and money always comes to you easy. Like, you need to start creating that because everything's just energy. Okay? We've literally have made money this like fucking thing that's like super hard to get. But the people that mastered it and know that money is super easy to get, they're getting that shit by the fucking boatloads. So it's crazy that you can get someone who's a fucking millionaire, multimillionaire, and then some dude that can't even fucking get some food. That's where you know the mind's at. You know what I'm saying? So be speaking highly, because when you speak highly, you're pulling. You're pulling that light into your mind. You're pulling that frequency, that vibration into your mind, and then you're seeing that movie played out, which is your experience in the 3D, which is really just a mirror, the screen. What you're seeing out here in the 3D, you have it in here. That's why it's a mirror. And so, man, it's just so cool. You know what I'm saying, man? We're coming a long way. I know that for myself, all I've been doing is speaking positive, no matter what's happening in front of me. Has there been times where I went off the trail a little bit, but I got right back on. And moment from moment, I don't say day from day no more because time is not real. And I don't want to be enslaved by time. So I make sure that I try to avoid any type of time saying. So instead of day by day or next year, none of that, dude. Moment by moment, here now, the improvements are advancing super crazy, dude. And the positive self-talk is like moment by moment, here in the now. The 3D has nothing on me, bro. Right? You get to that point where you're not even reacting to this shit no more. Like, you don't even, like, you know what it is. You're like, bro, this shit's just a reflection of my fucking mind, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna react to this shit. You know? And you start to laugh. You start to laugh like, look at this shit, bro. This is crazy. This is just light yelling at me. It's light talking shit to me. It's fucking light. You're looking at light, bro. You're looking at light. That's what's crazy. And it looks like solid stuff in your head, in your mind, and the visual cortex. So yeah, man. Guys, the power of the tongue. There's so many scriptures in the Bible, bro. So many of the tongue, life and death, and if you believe it in your heart, it'll be so. And you know, be real with you guys. Like, that's one thing that moment by moment, here and the now, the improvements of memorizing the scriptures is advancing. So we're definitely working on that, because I'm telling you, if you can get these scriptures down, and then you have the science, and then you have like the spiritual or quantum physics to it, it's fucking awesome. Like when I said that you're pulling from the 3D, like you're pulling the frequency and the energy, and then it's being processed in your mind. But it starts with you first telling your mind what frequency you want to pull, which is really God within. And that's where you get that scripture, asking you shall receive, seeking you shall find, knocking it shall be open unto you. Everything's neutral. Everything's neutral. You know, gravity's neutral. If I dropped it, that's gravity, right? It doesn't care. Doesn't care if this is a good marker or a bad marker. You know what I'm saying? It's a good marker. It doesn't deserve to fall. You know, no, it's a law. Cause and effect. As within, so without. That's the law as well. So whatever you ask, you will receive. That's more important, dude. Guys, I'm telling you. But what's more important than your acts is what you say to yourself. Is what you say to yourself. That's more important than your acts. Because when you're acting in the 3D anyway. You're acting in the past. But what you're saying to yourself, that's the present. That's the kingdom of heaven, the mind within. So what you say to yourself is much more important than what you're doing. Because you can literally be laying on your ass and talking about how you're the fucking hardest worker on earth. Best believe you keep saying that, the next day you will be presented with some type of work to do. That's what I'm saying. So like when people are like, you got to take action. Well, first take action on speaking positive. Because once you do that, everything in the 3D starts to mold to you, which is your identity is what you say about yourself. So if you start to say about yourself that everything always works out for you, you're super smart, you're super intelligent, life is always, is always blessing you with gold, then guess what? The 3D is gonna start to shape itself like a shapeshifter. You know how like those shapeshifters? Your 3D is gonna start to shape like that, and then you're gonna know what action to take. Cause it's gonna be like go. Right? So what's more important than what you do and what you act on is what you say. Always remember that, okay? And there's going to be a few... Well, hold on. Let me reverse that. I'm not even going to say that. Never mind. We're going to go that way, guys. Look, hey, remember who you are. Health, wealth, happiness, love, success, abundance, prosperity, and money. I was going to read out of Joseph Murphy, but I decided just to speak to you guys, man. It did end up reading a little bit of how the light goes into the optic nerve. It goes into the retina. Look, I got to memorize now. I got a good memory, guys. So the light goes into the retina, and then it turns into what was it? Let's see, guys, without reading it. What's up? It turns into electrical signal, and then from this electrical signal, it goes into the optic nerve, and then the optic nerve transfers to the visual cortex. Guys, I got it memorized off of one reading to y'all, even though I read that earlier this morning. That's cool, right? I got a great fucking memory, guys. Oh, and guess what? Where your consciousness is where you are. I always have that on there. Your consciousness is your visualization, guys. What you visualize, that's where you're at. Remember that. You must have it first within in order to receive. You must already have it. That's also in the Bible. Man, dude, the Bible's like the #1 law of attraction book. Esoteric wisdom. Oh, look, the Bible. Bah! I love you guys. And this is not a religious channel. Remember, you are health, wealth, happiness, love, success, abundance, prosperity, and money. That's who you are. That's who I am, guys. We're going to continue. We got some new stuff coming. Forth. But other than that, as of right now, we're just going to keep putting content out. We're just going to keep speaking. And we're going to keep being authentic and just being us, It is what it is, guys. I appreciate my loyal followers, man. Thank you guys for sticking through. And I mean, I'm not stopping, so we're going to keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. And then my heart's like, do it, Juan. Fucking speak to the people, man. Other people ain't doing it. You got to do it. I got you. Anyways, guys, I love you so much. Both created strong to you. Remember, you're the spirit. You're not the flesh. God's in you. God's in me. God's in everyone and everything. God, you're powerful as fuck. Let's go.